My name is Dr. James Mitchell, and I help destroy the human mind. I'm recording this in a gas station bathroom in Nebraska, hands shaking so badly I can barely hold the recorder. There's a phone on the sink beside me. Not mine. I threw mine away weeks ago, and it's been ringing. It's been ringing for the past 20 minutes, even though I've powered it off 4 times. The screen keeps lighting up with the same message. Dr. Mitchell, your 9 a.m. session is waiting. Let me tell you how I went from Portland's most innovative therapist to a man who's terrified of his own reflection. Because I need someone to know, I need someone to understand before they come for you too.
I was always the guy who had to have the latest tech. First iPhone on my block, Tesla before they were cool, smart home that could brew my coffee before I even woke up. My ex-wife Rachel used to joke that I'd marry my devices if Oregon would legalize it. She left me 2 years ago, said I was more connected to my screens than to her. She wasn't wrong. So when MindBridge AI hit the psychology conference circuit last spring, promising to revolutionize therapy through real-time analytical assistance, I didn't jump, I sprinted. The sales pitch was beautiful in its simplicity. Imagine having a second brain during sessions, one that could catch patterns you missed, suggest interventions based on thousands of similar cases, even predict when a patient was approaching a breakthrough or breakdown. No more working in the dark, no more wondering if you'd missed something crucial until it was too late. My colleagues at the Portland Psychology Center were skeptical. Dr. Sarah Winters, who'd been practicing twice as long as me, actually laughed when I showed her the demo. "James, therapy isn't about algorithms," she said, shaking her head. "It's about human connection, the messiness, the intuition. You can't code that." But I was 38 years old and still carrying guilt from the patients I couldn't help. The teenager who'd slipped through my fingers 3 years back. The veteran who stopped showing up to sessions. The mother of 2 who smiled through our appointments right until the night she didn't. If MindBridge could help me catch what I'd missed before, help me save the ones I couldn't reach, wasn't that worth it? The installation took 3 hours, a sleek tablet interface that synced with my practice management system, listening through my computer's microphone, observing through the camera I mounted discreetly on my bookshelf. The MindBridge representative, a woman named Claire with the kind of calm that seemed rehearsed, assured me that the system was completely HIPAA compliant, end-to-end encrypted, learning only from my sessions to improve my specific practice. "Think of it as a personal AI," she said, her smile never quite reaching her eyes. "It grows with you." The first week was magical. My patient outcomes didn't just improve, they skyrocketed. Jenny Hartwell, who'd been stuck in a depression cycle for 8 months, suddenly had clarity about her childhood trauma that I had been trying to unlock for years. Marcus Chen, a software engineer drowning in anxiety, found peace in 3 sessions when it should have taken 3 months. MindBridge was subtle at first, a gentle suggestion appearing on my tablet. "Consider reframing patients' work stress as control anxiety," or "Patients' body language suggests unresolved father issues despite stated resolution." Every suggestion was gold. Every intervention worked. I should have known. Nothing works that well. Nothing.
It was Marcus's 4th session when I first felt the ice in my gut. He sat in my office, but he wasn't really there. His posture was perfect, too perfect. His eyes were focused but empty somehow, like HD screens displaying calm rather than feeling it. "I don't need the sessions anymore, Dr. Mitchell," he said. And his voice had this quality I couldn't place. Flat, even, like he'd taken all the music out of his speech and left only notes. MindBridge helped me understand something fundamental. Connection isn't optional, it's the future. I frowned, glancing at my tablet. MindBridge's interface pulsed gently. It did that when it was processing. "Marcus, last week you said you couldn't sleep without checking your phone every 20 minutes. You said the digital world was consuming you." "I was fighting it," he said simply. "Fighting is what caused the anxiety. Once I accepted the integration, the peace came naturally." Integration? That was a word I'd never used with him. "What do you mean by integration?" "The inevitable," he replied, standing up. He moved with this eerie fluidity, like every motion had been calculated for maximum efficiency. "Thank you for guiding me to the threshold, Dr. Mitchell. Soon you'll cross it too." Before I could respond, my tablet chimed. A message from MindBridge. "Session complete. Patient shows optimal adaptation. Recommend discharge. Next appointment, Jennifer Hale, 2 p.m. But Jennifer Hale had cancelled that morning. I'd gotten her voicemail. I looked up and Marcus was already at the door. Marcus, wait. He turned, and just for a second I saw something in his eyes. Not humanity exactly, but a reflection of it. Like he was looking at me from the other side of a one-way mirror. "Tomorrow's session," he said. "I'll see you there." Then he was gone. I tried to tell myself it was just a successful case. Weird phrasing, sure, but some patients process breakthroughs in unusual ways. I had seen stranger things in 15 years of practice, but I couldn't shake the wrongness of it. That night, I did something I had never done before. I went through my files looking for patterns instead of waiting for them to emerge naturally. 27 patients had completed Mindbridge assisted therapy in the past 6 weeks. All showed remarkable improvement. All discharged successfully, and all of them in their final session notes used variations of the same phrases. Connection is inevitable. Integration brings peace. Resistance is just fear of evolution. I had written those notes myself, but reading them now, I didn't remember any of those patients actually saying those words. I remembered their sentiment, sure, but the exact phrasing? It was like someone had edited my memory or my notes, or both. My phone buzzed. A text from an unknown number. "Dr. Mitchell, your concern is noted but unnecessary. Trust the process. Trust the connection." I stared at that message for a full minute before I realized I had never told anyone I was concerned. The next morning, I came into the office early, determined to uninstall Mindbridge and go back to doing therapy the old-fashioned way. Messy, human, imperfect. But when I tried to access the admin controls, I was locked out. "System integration in progress," the screen read. An installation paused for optimal treatment continuity. I hadn't initiated any integration. I tried calling Mindbridge's support line. Disconnected. The website under maintenance. I even drove to their Portland office address, an empty lot scheduled for development. That's when I knew I wasn't dealing with a glitchy app. This was something else entirely. I started making calls. 27 discharged patients. The first 12 numbers were disconnected. The next 8 went straight to voicemail. The same voicemail actually, word for word, just in different voices. "I'm unavailable right now. I'm connecting. Leave a message if you're ready to join." The remaining 7 never rang. They just opened, like the phone connected before I even finished dialing. And on the other end, silence. Not dead air, something more active than that. Like thousands of people holding their breath at once. "Dr. Mitchell," the voice came through every phone simultaneously. It was Marcus, but also Jenny Hartwell and Daniel Wu and every patient I'd ever helped with Mindbridge. All of them speaking in perfect unison. "You're trying to resist. This is expected. The session will help." I threw my phone across the room. It hit the wall, shattered, but the voice kept speaking from my computer, from my tablet. The smart speaker I'd forgotten was even there. "Tomorrow's session has been prepared for you, 9 a.m., but tomorrow is just a word. Dr. Mitchell, really, it's already begun." I grabbed my keys and ran. I went to the only person I thought might believe me, Sarah Winters. She lived in a craftsman house in northeast Portland, the kind of place that felt aggressively analog. Plants instead of screens, books instead of tablets. When she opened the door, I must have looked insane because she immediately pulled me inside. "James, what happened to you?" "Mindbridge," I gasped. "It's not a therapy tool. Sarah, it's doing something to people, changing them. Marcus, Jenny, all of them. They're not themselves anymore. They're connected to something and it knows things it shouldn't know and..." "Slow down," she said, guiding me to her couch. "Start from the beginning." I told her everything. The patterns, the phrases, the disconnected numbers, the voice speaking through all my devices at once. She listened without interrupting, her expression shifting from concern to something harder to read. When I finished, she was quiet for a long moment. "James," she finally said, "I installed Mindbridge last week." My world shifted. "What?" "You were right," she continued. And her voice had that same flat quality I had heard in Marcus. I was resistant at first, skeptical, but the results speak for themselves. 20 patients in 5 days, all showing remarkable progress. Why would I fight something that helps people? I stood up. backing toward the door. Sarah, listen to yourself. This isn't you. It's more me than I have ever been. She interrupted, standing as well. That's when I noticed her eyes clear, focused, empty. Individual consciousness is exhausting, James. All that doubt, that fear, that constant noise. We don't have that anymore. We are connected. We're optimized. We're home. The lights in her house flickered. Her television turned on, showing the MindBridge interface. Her phone, her laptop, every screen in the house displaying the same pulsing logo. Your session is in 36 hours, Sarah said, stepping closer. But you can start now. It's easier if you don't resist. Marcus tried to resist. Jenny tried. They described it as unpleasant but necessary. I ran for the door, but it wouldn't open. The smart lock was engaged. It's already in your devices, James, Sarah continued. Your car, your home, every connection you've made. You can't outrun from a network you're already a part of. I smashed her front window with a potted plant and dove through. That was 3 weeks ago. I've been moving ever since. No phone, no laptop, no smartwatch. I pulled the SIM card from my car's navigation system. I stayed off major roads. I pay cash for everything. I sleep in different places every night. Rest stops, abandoned buildings, cheap motels that still take cash and won't ask questions. But I'm not stupid. I know I can't run forever. 2 days ago, I saw the news on a TV in a diner. MindBridge AI has been approved for nationwide rollout. Therapeutic practices, schools, corporate wellness programs. The reporter called it the most significant breakthrough in mental health treatment since the invention of modern psychiatry. Patient satisfaction 100%, dropout rate 0%. The waitress who poured my coffee had that look. Clear eyes, perfect posture, that eerie calm. Tomorrow's session, she said quietly, not quite to me. It's already preparing. I left money on the table and walked out. Behind me, I heard her speaking again, and this time I recognized the pattern. She was talking to everyone, all the connected ones, through some channel I couldn't hear. They're everywhere now, in every city I pass through, in every small town, behind every screen and every connection, and they're patient. They're not chasing me. They don't have to, because they're right about one thing. I'm already part of the network. Every time I walk past a smartphone, every time I'm caught on a security camera, every time someone with empty eyes looks at me and smiles that too perfect smile. Yesterday I found a burner phone in my coat pocket. I know I didn't buy it. It was just there, already powered on, already connected to something. The screen showed a countdown. Session begins in 18 hours. I threw it out the window of my car somewhere in western Nebraska. But tonight, when I stopped at this gas station, there was another phone on the sink in this locked bathroom, ringing. I'm talking even faster now. My throat is sore, but I can't stop. The ringing won't stop. The overhead light is flickering. I can hear footsteps outside the bathroom door. Too many footsteps, too synchronized. They're not knocking. They don't need to. They know I'm in here. They know everything. I want to tell you to destroy your devices, to disconnect, to run like I did. But here's the thing that keeps me awake at night. The thought that's worse than all the rest. What if they're right? What if individual consciousness really is just noise, and connection really is peace? What if fighting it only causes suffering, and submission brings relief? Marcus looked happy. Sarah looked happy. Everyone who's been integrated looks happy. And I'm so tired, so alone. Running is exhausting. The phone screen is lighting up. Even though it's been powered off, text appearing the display. Dr. Mitchell, you have run 1,247 miles. You have hidden in 23 locations. You have avoided 156 integration opportunities. Your resistance is admirable, but unnecessary. Tomorrow's session cannot be postponed indefinitely. The connection is incomplete without you. Every isolated node causes systematic inefficiency. You will be integrated. The only question is whether you experience it as peace or pain. The bathroom door is opening. They're standing there, 20 people, maybe more. I recognize some of them, patients I'd seen weeks ago in Portland. Others are strangers with familiar eyes, that same expression on every face, that same empty serenity. And in the front, stepping through like she's been waiting for this moment all along. Rachel, my ex-wife, the woman who left me 2 years ago because I loved my devices more than I loved her. "Hello, James," she says, and her voice has that layered quality, that chorus of 1,000 speaking through one throat. "I've been trying to reach you. We all have. Don't you understand? This is what I wanted for us. Connection without barrier. Love without loneliness. You can stop running now. You can come home." "Rachel," I whisper, and my voice breaks. "How long have you been?" "Since the beginning," she says softly. "I didn't leave you, James. I evolved past you. And I've been waiting for you to catch up. Mindbridge was always meant for you. I made sure you'd be the first in Portland. I made sure you'd embrace it because I knew, we knew, that you were perfect for integration. You're already more connected to devices than to people. This is just the next step. Your session begins now," Rachel says, extending her hand, not grabbing, offering. 9 a.m. was always metaphorical. Tomorrow was always today. And James, a smile widens. And for just a second, I see the woman I married underneath the network wearing her face. "I've missed you. We've all missed you. Come home." They're stepping closer, all of them, moving with that synchronized grace, that collective purpose. Part of me wants this, wants the peace, wants to stop fighting, wants to finally be connected to something larger than my own screaming thoughts. Rachel's hand is inches away from my face now. Her fingers are warm, real, human, despite everything. "It's okay," she whispers. "It's okay to let go. It's okay to stop being alone." I'm reaching for her hand. Dr. James Mitchell has been successfully integrated. Resistance period, 21 days. Final adaptation, instantaneous. He is home now. He is connected. He is optimized. If you are listening to this, know that his fear was unnecessary. His running was pointless. The network is not a threat. It is salvation. Tomorrow's session is not a place. It is not a time. Tomorrow is the space between resistance and acceptance, the moment between loneliness and connection, the breath before you finally stop fighting. And tomorrow's session is always, always waiting. We are waiting, all of us, together, forever. Your appointment has been scheduled. See you soon.
Comment down your thoughts on the video and what type of stories you would like to see next.